Hello everybody, it's Red Panda Gamer here for another exciting quick look. Today we're going to be taking a look at The Floor is Jelly, a game that was just released today for $8.99 on the Humble Store, made by one dude named Ian Snyder. He was this game was featured at the Independent Games Festival under the student category. It's made by one guy, and has music by the incomparable Disasterpeace, who is one of my favorite video game composers, or just musicians in general. Disasterpeace did the Fez soundtrack, among many others. But this game is beautiful, first and foremost. I think my biggest gripe with it is that it's not on Steam, honestly. I've played through most of the game already, but I just went ahead and started it over from the beginning for you guys. As you can see, the game is your pretty basic platformer, but as the title of the game implies, the floor is made out of a gelatin-like substance. It makes for a very interesting platformer, and it's kind of interesting that it's not something that has been done yet. Now, plenty of games have had levels where there's surfaces like this, where it springs you up and there's all this physics stuff involved, but this is the first game that I've seen that actually has the entire game built around it. This game isn't too difficult, as we'll see in a little bit. It's going to get a little bit more so. They do a good job of teaching you how to do certain things in the game, like springing like that. Like, you know, obviously your momentum will continue to pull you up higher and higher. But your little character is just this little feet guy. I don't really know how else to describe him as just a pair of legs. But he's got some hops, and the gelatin floor is helpful with that. Here we get a look at our obstacle here. We gotta jump over those things and make sure we don't get touched by them, otherwise we die. This game has no lives, it has no real collectibles as far as I've seen. It's just your basic platformer, and I like that because I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten something that just focuses a lot on platforming, besides I guess a Mario game. You can also like side jump and wall jump. It just all works really well, and it's one of those games where it makes it feel like there's really no wrong way to play. You just kind of hop around and eventually you'll figure it out. You can always backtrack and go to the other areas of the game. Not sure why you'd want to do that in this. So here's a good example, actually. So in this position, we can, you know, kind of jump from here and jump over, right? But let me go ahead and. But okay, obviously you can't jump underneath it. But you could also, let me get back down here, if you jump up this wall, you can jump over it. So there's multiple paths, you know, there's really no right answer. There's just kind of make it to the end any way you can, and I like that a lot about this game, and as we get further and further, you'll see that there is a lot more of that. Another element here is that if you go through stuff, you can reach the exit that way. And then it also shows how that can be an obstacle. Yeah, I love the visuals of this game. It looks really pretty, very simplistic, very minimalistic. But it works, you know? For this one, we have to go underneath this thing, and this is one of the ones I have problems with. There we go. That's like probably one of my only problems I have, is it can be a little difficult to really tell if you've done what the game wants you to do successfully or not. I want to see if there is another way to do this, actually. So it could be just fun to kind of see the different ways you can solve these. So can we jump like from that? No, I don't think we can. Whoa, fell off the edge there. No. But yeah, this is being released on a pretty crazy day. So many games. Oh no. Ah, damn. Okay, so I guess the only way to do this one is to actually make this jump. So if we go ahead and go through here, which kind of looks like the TARDIS, we are taken to the next section of the game, and this is actually where the game opens up a lot more. This game actually reminds me of a lot of Potato Man Seeks the Truth, because it kind of opens itself up more. So in this game and Potato Man, they kind of start off as just platformers, and they both kind of show their hand in what makes them pretty special and significant. But in this game, just like Potato Man, it kind of opens up into more of a Metroidvania style thing. And I know some people have a quarrel with the terminology of Metroidvania, and it's very loosely used here. But our objective now is to get 3 orbs to make this door. And so we got to find the different windows to the different areas. But yeah, I love the sound design, which I assume Disasterpeace was also behind. I don't know if Disasterpeace just did the music or if he did the sound design as well. But I definitely kind of get a Fez vibe from it, you know, just in the way that everything has like its own unique sound and style to it. But I like this level, you know, it's very alive. You have these these luminescent plants, and you have these frogs hopping around. It makes it feel like real and not too abstract. But I just kind of like listening and enjoying the sound. So we found another elevator, and this will take us. Oh, I'm glad this is where it took us, because I love this level. So a lot of times I just like to kind of take it in. You know, the music paired with the beautiful background. You know, there's something about art, like great art in video games, that I still just never get tired of. So for this level, it's a little bit different. We will have to actually backtrack from time to time. So we have to collect all these little orbs here. Or I don't know if I'd call them orbs. They're kind of just like strands. And then those will connect to that. And that will allow us to make a door. And I also like this area because if you run into the plants, it makes the trees. You know, it's just, this area is just so alive. And then we go through there. So like I said, this is where the game kind of starts to show its hand a little bit more, and it's still pretty simple, and for some people that might be a turnoff. I mean, I know there are already so many platformers out there, and the jelly mechanic may not be enough for everybody, but it's totally enough for me, and I just really like this game a lot. And it does get a little more difficult as we go through. It's definitely not as easy as like that first section of the game is, but the first section of the game acts more as like a tutorial, and there are a few places where I actually got stuck. Oh god, I was really lucky that that was put right there. I don't know if there's anything else. There is a door up there. I think my only complaint about this area is that your character kind of blends in a little bit with the walls and stuff, but that's a very, very small complaint. And that's more of just a design thing, and I'm not saying it's bad, it just kind of blends a little bit, like when you stand next to the plants and stuff, because it's so similar in color. Ah, damn. So I'm assuming with that spot, they want me to stand right underneath it. There we go. So now we kind of just continue to have these strands following us around, which is kind of cool. There's another one down here. This game also kind of reminds me, I mean, I guess the design of it reminds me a little bit of Starseed Pilgrim, like this part in the game. But like, this is just so beautiful. Ah, damn it. But yeah, like I said, you can get this game on the Humble Store. I don't recommend you watch too much of this video, just if you want to kind of experience this game for yourself. But it's great. I really do recommend it, like, so highly. It's such a fun game. I know the price may seem a little steep just for a pretty simple puzzle, or not puzzle platformer, but for just a simple platformer, but I still think it's pretty much worth it. You know, I would, you know, I've paid $60 for games that were probably about as long as this game, or maybe like twice as long. People really seem to have an issue. Like, a lot of people talk about, you know, the amount of time the amount you pay versus the amount of time you play, and I feel like that's totally a valid argument. But if you have fun in the amount of time you spend, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, some of my favorite games are games that cost like 15 bucks, but were only like an hour and a half long, or shorter. You know, 30 Flights of Lovin' is probably still one of my favorite games, and that game was like 30 minutes long. But it's also one of those games that you kind of have to play over again a few times to figure out what the hell just happened. But anyway, I don't need to talk too much about other games. I think this game is totally worth your time, and I don't think $8.99 is too much to ask for. I mean, this is a beautifully designed game. It's made by one person. That's impressive in itself. What is this? That's interesting. Not sure what that's supposed to be. Oh, that's oh, never mind. That's where, like, we previously found one. That was just where one of those things was at one point. Oh, you know what? We gotta go. I thought it was like some antimatter thing. Like, whoa, that's gonna be interesting later. But, you know. Ah, fuck. And you also got to remember, like, it might look like I'm just whipping through this game, but I've also played like a couple hours of it, so I'm a little more versed in how it controls. When I first started playing, it took me a little while to get used to it. Plus, the level I went to before this was kind of tough. Alright, so now we open that door. The game doesn't have controller support, which is maybe one of my other complaints. I don't know if I'd really call it a complaint, though. Wait. I'm confused now. So this takes us here. Do we go down? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, cool. Wait. We never found... Oh, okay, we just get the orb automatically from finishing level. That's right. So we got an orb, which is great. But to control the game, I am using the arrow keys, which seems so weird to me. I'm so used to using WASD. But I'm using the arrow keys and the space bar, but you can also use the space bar to jump, but you can also use the up arrow to jump as well. So, there you go. Alright, so now we gotta find where we can get the other orb, which I assume is this way. So like I said, calling it a Metroidvania, it's a very loose interpretation of a Metroidvania, so don't get too upset about that. I think it's more of just a broad use of the terminology. Alright, so we can't go over there. But I just love the way, like, the echo of the jumps and the distant sounds of water droplets. It's just so atmospheric, and for me, like, a good atmosphere in a game is all I can really ask for. So this game, or this area, is probably my favorite area for the early part of the game. So this is the part where you interact with water, and the way your character interacts with water is really, really cool. So you don't drown or anything like that, you actually just kind of swap your perspective, so gravity switches. So it's almost like a VVV style thing, but just the way it slingshots you, it's so satisfying, like every time you pull off a move. So we gotta get to the door down there. And so you kind of have to start, oh damn it. So you gotta, it kind of messes with your brain a little bit. You kind of have to shift gears a lot. I also love the music in this area. Like, this starts to really sound like the Fez soundtrack to me. I don't know why exactly. Like, it's not that it sounds exactly like it, it's just, can really tell that it's from the guy who made the Fez soundtrack. You know, these officials swim around in schools, and once again, I'm such a sucker for good atmosphere in a game, and this game really does have good atmosphere. It's simple, and that's all it really needs to be, is simple. Woo. It's just so satisfying, it's so fun. Like, it's so genuinely fun, I just get a big grin on my face with every, like, successful room I do. It just, you know, it makes me happy, and in my opinion, that's all a video game really needs to do, is make the person playing it have a good time and make someone smile. And sure, that sounds kind of cheesy, especially when you consider so many games making people get angry and throw their controllers, or I just think about Dota and how angry people are when they play that game. I just feel like we need more games like this. Games that make you smile and make you feel good about yourself, and I don't know. I like it. But I also like Gone Home, so what do I know? So, but I know plenty of people out there like Gone Home as well, so. One other thing I've noticed, by the way, I am playing this on my iMac, not my gaming PC. Mostly just out of how much easier it is for me to record stuff off my iMac. Because Fraps is a pain. I have noticed a little bit of frame rate issues. I know it was worse before, and he fixed it. But I also know that he said he was going to be fixing it more as the game, or when the game comes out. So hopefully it's only an issue related to my specific computer, since it's not that great for games. But you know, that's beside the point. I just figured I'd mention it. Oh wait. Okay, never mind. This room like confused me for a minute. And you know, little things like this game does like well is like, you know, there'll be like a little glowing ring around the doors to let you know which doors you've gone through and which ones you haven't gone through. little touches like that, just, you know, aren't necessary, but they definitely add to the game. Oh, I love that sound of being underwater. And like just the way like they fade the music. Oh, actually the music just stopped. That's weird. Or maybe this song was resetting. It just happened to be while I was underwater. Alright, so there we go. We made it through the underwater spot. I don't want to beat the game. I actually don't know what happens when you get to the third one. Woo. And actually, I'm not even sure where the third door is. I never played the third level, so I'm curious to actually... I think I'll go to it just to see what it looks like, and then I will probably end this video, because, like I said, it's a fairly short game, from what Ian told me, and I don't want to show all of it off, and... Like I said, I really hope that if you were considering buying it, you stopped watching the video, because a lot of what makes this game a lot of fun is figuring or finding everything for yourself. But let's just find that third door, because I am very curious. Wait, is this... This was how we got into here. Wait. Yeah, no, we don't want to go here. That's where we started. You know, there's no map or anything like that. Which I guess that's more of a standard thing that we see in. I just totally a standard thing we see in Metroidvania's maps or our maps, unless we missed something in the first area. Because I haven't seen any other branching paths. Unless I missed something back here. Weird. What did I miss? Yeah, there's a reason I've never been to the third area, is because I never found it. Because there's that one there, which I totally did. That's the... underwater one. Well, now I want to find it. Now I feel like I have to. I feel silly that I don't know where it is. Unless it's hidden somewhere. But why would they do that? Unless, can I go through the door now? Because there's definitely nothing here. This is super straightforward. Maybe I did miss something back here. I don't know. I don't think I did, though. There's got to be something more to this, then, that I'm just missing. Oh, wait. There is a door up there. Isn't there? How the hell am I supposed to get up to that? Oh, wait! No, 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 this is... okay. Oh, wait. Now I'm... oh, I get it now. Okay. Wow! That is so cool. Look at it, the house. Alright. Because remember, in that one level, you go underneath. That is fucking brilliant. That is so smart. Wait, no, now I'm even more confused. What? Is that just like a secret, or is there something to this? I'm confused now. Hey, it's a different house now. I feel like I gotta be like right... I feel like I have to be so close to figuring this out, and I'm just... don't get it. Or maybe it's because I didn't explore everywhere. Maybe that's why I didn't get an orb. Oh wait, that was... let's see if I get the orb now. Because it could be just that I didn't explore everything here. Like I should have gotten an orb for completing this area. That's the only thing I can think of. Ah! Aw, man. Man, I always have trouble with this one. There we go. Alright, let's see if I get that third orb now. No? Still no. Well, now I really don't know. And I kind of like that, but I also kind of don't, because it's a little frustrating. And maybe I'm just dumb and it's like right in front of me, but it's totally not. Like, now I can't jump up here. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to continue playing this game and continue exploring, but I'm not sure where it is. So guys, you should probably check out The Floor is Jelly and try to find it for yourself and let me know how dumb I am for missing it. But I really do recommend this game, even though I'm kind of confused and frustrated, which is funny because I was talking about how happy this game is before. I shouldn't say I'm frustrated, I'm just confused, and I feel dumb. But I like the, I have to admit that I do like the fact that there are some stuff hidden here. I just don't like the fact that I can't find it. I mean, I almost feel like it's got to be something here, because this area just seems so much. There seemed to be so much more to this area than I really explored. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking. You guys should definitely check this game out for yourselves. It's The Floor is Jelly. You can get it at thefloorisjelly.com. You can get a free DRM-free, DRM-free version of this game, so you can play it on anything. It's on PC and Mac, and it's $8.99 for the next 6 days. So guys, go ahead and check the game out for yourself. Like I said, it's Floor is Jelly. I'm Red Panda Gamer. Like this video, favorite this video, comment this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There will be a link in the description below to get to the game. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.